In studio, we're joined by former Springbok player Chester Williams, who's going to speak to us about his personal encounter with Utatu Nelson Mandela. Welcome, Chester.
Thank you very much.
Please just take me through memory lane with the 1995 Rugby World Cup.
You know, in 1995, he first obviously had an encounter with Nelson with regards to the Rugby World Cup before the World Cup started, actually, because at training sessions he would come to us and address us. And the first one was at Silvermine when we trained, we're preparing for the Australian game. I was injured, but I was at training, and he was looking for me while I was sitting, obviously, watching the team training. And when he landed there, the team gathered around him. And what's amazing is that he knew every single player's name and position. And then, and as we know, Madiba is that he told us to just wait here, and he went to the kitchen to greet all the ladies there as well, to say to them, "Good morning, I'm Nelson, and I'm pleased to meet you as well," you know, and he's happy that they look after us as well. So he was an amazing individual himself.
And what are some of his qualities that you've adopted in your own life?
I think, you know, he was inspirational. He's a wise man who led his people to freedom, and you know, and as I said, he's an inspirational man, and also he has that humanity, you know, that that brought the nations together without questions, without regrets. He just moved on and made the impossible possible.
And you've had the honor of having dinner with him. So I wanted to find out from you, what kind of conversations did you have with Madiba on the dinner table?
You know, it was an amazing experience for me, because that was when I had one-on-one with him, and when I got there, I thought we were going to talk about politics and what I know about politics at the time. You know, I wasn't up to date, and I mean, we actually ended up talking about each other's personal life, how we grew up, and what was life around myself when I was at school, and when I became the Springbok or the Western Province, and my parents, and it was just an amazing experience to sit down with him and chat in general with him. And it was such a lovely evening that I will always remember.
And Madiba was always about uniting the world through sports. How do you think the country can take that forward?
It's important that we continue with his legacy. You know, whenever the Madiba's magic was involved, as we just noticed in the last weekend with the Sevens, you know, when we play for Madiba, then that means we unify the nation, and we also be successful in winning it. And I think that what we need to work on, and for every sport event we have, we must make sure that we live his legacy, and obviously not only live it, but go out there and make it work. And that's the one thing that Nelson was great at, and let's see what we can do in the future with that, because that unifies the country anyway. Whether it's soccer, rugby, cricket, it has always happened to be like that. Just finally, I'd just like to send a message to the world out there, is that, and most probably for South Africans, that Nelson Mandela has shown us that we don't need political power to live our principles, our morals, and our ideals. And to the world, Nelson Mandela was Nelson Mandela, but to me, he is the world.